Hello everyone, this is The Lock, and this is the Skeptic Wars podcast, where I talk about some of my favorite stories of the week. And before I actually get into the initial stories I want to talk about that I've been posting on the Skeptic Wars blog throughout this week, I want to talk about another DMCA situation. This time it doesn't involve Miles Power, it doesn't involve AIDS Nihilist. It involves Creationist, specifically the creators of what can be basically called a Creationist propaganda film called A Matter of Faith. There's been a lot of buzz about this film going out through the internet, and certain skeptic and atheist YouTube vloggers have made videos critiquing, or more likely criticizing, the trailer, not the whole film, because the whole film hasn't come out yet, just the trailer. Okay, and apparently the creators of the film A Matter of Faith have been filing what many people consider to be false, including myself, false DMCA claims. And they've done this to 3 individuals. They've done it to, I know, Mr. Respion. They did it to. They also did it to the Fantastic Skeptic, and they've done it to EssenceOfThought. Mr. Respion has not made a response video to these false DMCA claims, but the Fantastic Skeptic and EssenceOfThought have made response videos, and you can actually find their videos, the original videos that critique just the trailer of the film, mind you, on YouTube. You might have to look a little bit, but you can find it. There's been people who's been mirroring the videos. And I do know that EssenceOfThought has sent out a counter notice, and the way he talks in his response video, it almost seems like he wants to go after them in court. Hopefully, the creators of this film, Matter of Faith, they will realize what they did was wrong, and it's probably going to get them in some trouble, most likely into some legal trouble, if they keep these, if they don't basically get rid of these DMCA claims. But yeah, I'm hoping that all 3 YouTubers get their critiques of the trailer restored, and when this film comes out, who knows, maybe it'll bomb, or maybe it will actually make a whole lot of money, just like another a film, God's Not Dead, that made a lot of money because of a huge amount of criticism and internet buzz. So there we go. So alright, on to the first story of the day. Beware of false or misleading claims for treating autism. This is from the FDA, and basically, last month, April, was National Autism Awareness Month, and honestly, we should be aware of autism all the time. But anyways, basically, the FDA warning people about companies and individuals who are claiming that they can actually treat autism and cure autism. And by the way, there's no way to actually treat autism except through therapy. Actual there are ways to treat autism with actual therapy, like speech therapy and stuff like that. But there are people out there who are claiming that they have products that can treat autism, and many of these products are either no, all of these products don't work, and many of these products are actually dangerous. They could potentially do harm to your child, and and some of these products, using them on your child, that can be torturous. I mean, that can be torturous for a child who isn't autistic. Imagine what it could be like for a child who is autistic. It's, basically any company that's saying they can cure autism, don't buy anything from them. They are lying. And that's basically what the FDA is saying. Alright, this one is from The Humanist. Do college athletes get a pass to sexually harass? And basically, this is a commentary, an editorial. Basically, it's saying that college athletes, kind of get let off from sexual assault and sexual abuse in college because college, they just colleges just turn a blind eye to athletes who sexually harass and sexually assault women on campus and stuff like that. Basically, this really needs to stop. I mean, this has been known for years and years now, but really, this does need to stop. Here we are. We're letting these people. We're letting college athletes do whatever they want to, and colleges turn a blind eye to them. Here in our society, the NCAA gets more upset when a college athlete's getting paid to play college sports, but apparently they don't do nothing about sexual assaults that some college athletes might do. And really, that just needs to stop. Okay. End Time Show blames UFO and alien sightings on Satan. Apparently, this is from Right Wing Watch, and a right wing broadcaster by the name of Jan Markell claims that UFO sightings, instead of being like, say, just being weird aerial phenomenon, or actual human aircraft, or demonic forces passing themselves off as some kind of extraterrestrial beings to distract people from God. It's absolutely totally ridiculous. I know, it's ridiculous. I mean, skeptics know what UFOs are. Skeptics and scientists and whatnot know what UFOs are. They're human aircraft. They're human objects like satellites and weather balloons, and recently remote-controlled drones, which are becoming more and more popular. In fact, last Saturday night, I actually saw a remote-controlled drone in the air, some kid's toy, and I had no idea what it was, and turns out, it was a kid's toy. But or they could just be aerial phenomenon like meteorites, clouds, ball lightning, what have you. But apparently this guy is saying that, hey, you know what? It's none of that. Mostly it's none of that. It's just demons. Because apparently something that could exist, like aliens, is too crazy. So it has to be demons. Alright. Prison doesn't keep pitchman off TV. This is from the Chicago Tribune. This is about Kevin Trudeau's. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Everybody knows who he is. Okay. Apparently he's still making. Well, he's not making any infomercials anymore. In fact, I don't think he's made them for years. But his infomercials are still being played on television networks, and despite the fact he is in jail, he's in jail for years now for fraud, and he's still selling the same books that got him thrown in prison. But apparently, they're allowed to do that. I don't know why. Apparently proceeds from the sales of these books is going to go to the government to, I don't know, and probably back to the people who the government told them they had to pay back. So almost sounds like a pyramid scheme, to be all honest. I mean, he's selling us something in order to pay back other people. Anyways, if you buy a book from this guy, even though he is in jail for selling these books, in my honest opinion, you deserve to get ripped off. Okay, if you're that dumb, you deserve to get ripped off. Alright. Some people think the Atari landfill dig is fake. This is a article from Kotaku. I think that's how it's pronounced. But the Atari landfill dig, basically, it concerns the E.T. game that was mass-produced, and I mean mass-produced, back, I believe it was 1983, and the game was extraordinarily bad. I can tell you from personal experience the game was bad, because I had that game. Well, actually, no, I didn't actually have that game. My dad had that game, but I played it, and the game was extremely bad. I mean, it's probably the worst video game I ever played, and why anyone would want to find these games, I don't know, but recently they did find these games. Recently people did find these games in this landfill, but some people believe, they didn't find these games. Some people believe that the whole landfill dig is fake for, who knows what various reasons why they want to. Maybe they're saying it's some sort of distraction. But, really, other than on a few internet sites, mostly tech and gaming sites that report, tech and gaming news, this really hasn't gotten any attention from any other news sites. I mean, I haven't seen it on CNN news site or MSNBC or anything like that. I have no idea why people think that no one found these games, that this whole dig is fake. And in my opinion, it's just as ridiculous as the dig itself. Alright. Next one. Health regulator issues public warning about the Australian Vaccination-skeptics Network. And this is from the Daily Telegraph. Basically, health regulators in the, I think it's the New South Wales Health Care Complaints Commissions, they're basically saying, look, all their claims are misleading, what skeptics and doctors and everyone has been saying for years, that don't listen to anything the Australian Vaccination-skeptics Network say. It's all extremely misleading. And they're issuing a public health warning against this. They're issuing a health warning saying that, you know, everything these people say is false. Don't listen to them. Let's just say this: it's been a bad couple of months for the Australian Vaccination Network. At this point in time, I think this group just needs to be completely disbanded, and all of their information, their websites, whatever, they need to be shut down. They just need to be shut down, because all they're putting out is propaganda that has been proven time and time again to be completely and totally false, and there's absolutely no reason for this group to exist at all. Alright, the final one is British backpacker dies after taking a hallucinogenic brew in Colombia. This is about a teenager from England who went on a this story is from The Guardian. This is a teenager from England who went on kind of an excursion or a trip to Colombian rainforest, and he was taking part in a tribal ritual which involved drinking a herbal concoction known as yagi, and which is an hallucinogenic, which causes hallucinogenic reactions. And this 19-year-old young man, he suffered a fatal allergic reaction, and unfortunately he died. And let this be a warning: if you're going on to a trip to South America, don't take stuff you don't know about. Don't take stuff, you know, I mean, why? Don't take stuff you don't know, okay? I mean, that's the only thing I can say. When you're going to, excuse me, when you're going to a foreign country and they're giving you some sort of tribal or local herbal concoction, don't take it. Do not take anything you don't know about unless you yourself know that it's okay for you to take. And you know, because you don't know what they put in this stuff. They could be deadly. It could, for him, cause an allergic and reaction that can be fatal. And so, you know, and I have no problems with people going to the rainforest, but, you know, I do have a problem with people going and taking some sort of drink that could potentially kill them. So, if you're going to the rainforest, don't drink anything that can cause hallucinations, because it could kill you. Alright, that's it for this podcast. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and potentially and possibly leave a comment. And I'll see you next week. So, this is the Lock saying, see ya.